Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are taking a seriously cool look under the hood of a technology that is just completely reshaping how we create audio. We're talking about Murf.AI. You know, if you've ever stopped and wondered exactly how a totally basic string of plain text literally transforms into a living, breathing, emotionally resonant human voice, well, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to trace that evolution step by step to see how this magic actually happens.
Okay, let's dive into this. Because to truly appreciate what Murf is pulling off here, we kind of have to look at where text-to-speech started. Traditional TTS has a sound we all know, right? It's static, it's rigid, and honestly, it's painfully robotic. But Murf is entirely different. Instead of just mindlessly playing back these clunky, pre-recorded syllables, it's a highly dynamic platform. It was built from the ground up on deep learning and artificial intelligence. It's constantly learning how humans actually speak. So how does this actually work in practice? Well, let's start right at the beginning with step 1, analyzing your written script.
The very moment you input your text, an incredible amount of computational heavy lifting kicks off. Before a single sound is even generated, the AI algorithms work in milliseconds to accomplish 3 absolutely crucial things. First, it grasps the actual context of your sentence. Second, it analyzes the punctuation. Because, a question mark demands a totally different inflection than an exclamation point. And third, it decodes the linguistic structure. By mastering these 3 elements, Murf isn't just reading words. It actually understands the true underlying meaning behind your script. It's like a giant puzzle coming together instantly. Let's move to and see how this builds with step 2, the acoustic modeling engine. This is where the core synthesis actually happens.
Now, acoustic modeling sounds like a dense technical term for sure, but the concept behind it is just brilliant. It essentially means Murf uses vast data sets of high-quality actual human recordings to synthesize speech. It analyzes massive amounts of real people talking. It studies their cadence, their rhythm, that natural flow we all have, and it uses all that data to generate incredibly natural-sounding speech from scratch, rather than just piecing together awkward, fragmented sounds. Which brings us to step 3, customizing your voice profile. Now, unlike older platforms that maybe gave you a couple of flat, boring options, this is where you get true director-level control over the final product. Now, what's really interesting about this is the sheer scale of choices you have right at your fingertips. You aren't just picking a generic voice. Actually, scratch that. You are selecting from hundreds of highly realistic voice profiles, and they're all categorized by age, gender, accent, and style. So whether you need a deeply authoritative tone for a corporate presentation or maybe a bright, youthful voice for a social media ad, you instantly have the perfect baseline to work with. But here's the thing. A fantastic baseline is only half the battle. From there, you can manually tweak the exact nuances of the performance. You can change the emphasis on a very specific word, alter the pitch, dynamically adjust the speed, or even fine-tune the emotional tone. This gives you absolute granular control. It ensures you hit the precise emotional beat you need every single time. It's a real game changer for creators. And all of those steps bring us to the ultimate transformation. Think about it. We started this journey with nothing but flat, raw text on a screen. We passed it through complex linguistic analysis, we ran it through an advanced acoustic modeling engine trained on massive human data sets, and then we layered on hyper-specific manual customization. Through this whole process, that raw text has now been completely transformed into a polished, totally professional voiceover. So the crucial point is this. The final result is indistinguishable from an actual voice actor. Just think about the weight of that for a second. The technology has officially crossed the threshold where the human ear simply cannot tell the difference between a professional standing in a recording booth and this AI-generated audio. No way around it. That is just incredible. Which leaves us with a deeply mind-bending thought to wrap up on. If AI voices can now convey perfect emotional tone, linguistic understanding, and microscopic nuance, what does the future of content creation actually sound like? As the lines between human and AI creation continue to blur, the possibilities are truly limitless. Thanks so much for joining me on This Explainer. Keep learning, keep exploring, and I'll catch you next time.